Mr. Corsi here. In this question we're shown a diagram of a rectangular based pyramid. So ABCD is a rectangle, and we know that in a rectangle the opposite sides are equal and parallel. So if AD represents vector Q, so will BC. And if DC represents, if AB represents vector P, then so will DC. So that's what we've got, and we're told that AD represents Q, A to E represents R, and AB represents vector P. Various lines in this diagram represent various vectors. And we have to express B, E in terms of P and R. So let's tackle that question. So, travelling from B to E. And we have to do it in terms of P and R. So we'll not go the direct route, we'll go the scenic route, we'll go via A. So let's go B to A first of all, followed by A to E, and then we can see what that represents. That represents, well, BA, ouch, gosh, that was sore. That's against the arrow. That means something quite significant. Instead of representing P, going the opposite way will represent negative P. That was a negative experience I had. Ouch, going against the arrow. So that's negative P for BA. And that's perfectly peaceful. We're going with the arrow. So that represents R. So BE represents negative P plus R, or R minus P. So long as R is positive and P's negative, P's negative, it doesn't matter which order they're added in. So negative P plus R for BE. Let's have a look at part B. We're told that this point F, let's just draw this, F divides the line BC in the ratio 3 to 1. So we'd say that this part of it is 3 bits and this part is 1 bit. So we can see that BF, B to F, would be 3/4 of the whole line B to C. And that's going to be crucial in this next part. So what journey are we doing now? We're journeying from E down to F. Going from E to F. So let's find a scenic route travelling from E to F, one that involves what we've already found out. And if we travel from E to B, that connects up with what we've already done, and then travel from B to F. And we know from the little bit in red above this that travelling from B to F is 3/4 of the journey from B to C. So what does all this represent? Well, E to B, that goes against the journey, against the arrow. That's an ouch case where it's the negative of what we found out in this case. So it'd be the negative of negative P plus R. It's against the arrow. It's not B to E, it's E to B, the opposite way. Plus 3/4 of, do we know about the journey from B to C? Well, yes, it represents Q because it's equal to AD and parallel to AD. That, remember, is a rectangle that base of the pyramid stands on. So BC represents Q. AD is equal to BC and AD is parallel to BC. That's because of the rectangle the pyramid's sitting on. So I think we've got there. We just need to simplify this a little bit. Negative of negative P is positive P. Negative of positive R is negative R. And we're adding 3/4 of Q to that. So that's a healthy expression for EF in terms of P, Q and R. We could do different orders, doesn't matter. P plus 3/4, Q minus R would be perfectly acceptable, so long as it's positive 1P, negative 1R and positive 3/4 Q in some order. That's Mr. Corsi signing out. Hope you enjoyed the video.